You don't have an attitude problem. You have unprocessed triggers. And if that hits a little too close to home, stay with me for a minute. Because most people think their reactions define them. They think, that's just how I am. I'm just emotional. I just have a short temper. But that's not the truth. What you're experiencing is a pattern. A pattern your mind and body learned a long time ago. And now, it just runs automatically. That moment when someone says something small, but it hits you way deeper than it should. That instant rush of emotion. That tight feeling in your chest. That urge to respond immediately. That's not random. That's your nervous system recognizing something familiar, even if you don't consciously see it. Reacting instantly feels automatic. Like it just happens before you even have time to think. But here's what most people don't realize. Automatic doesn't mean permanent. It just means practiced. You've repeated this response so many times that your brain now treats it as the default. Not because it's who you are, but because it's what you've learned. And anything learned can be unlearned. But the shift doesn't start with controlling your emotions. It starts with awareness. Because you can't change a pattern you don't recognize. So here's the first thing I want you to try. The next time you feel triggered, don't react right away. Pause. Even if it's just for a few seconds. And in that pause, say this to yourself, I don't need to react right now. Let that sit. Because that one sentence creates space. And that space is where your power is. Most people think power is in the reaction. Saying something back. Defending yourself. Proving a point. But real power is in the pause. The pause is where you interrupt the pattern. The pause is where you decide. Instead of just repeating. And at first, it's going to feel uncomfortable. Because your brain is used to reacting fast. It's used to urgency. It's used to that immediate release. So when you slow down, it might feel unnatural. But that's actually a sign you're doing it right. You're stepping out of the pattern and into something new. Now here's something that will help you even more. When you pause, don't just sit in the emotion. Get curious about it. Ask yourself, what does this remind me of? Because most triggers aren't about the moment you're in. They're about something it connects to. A past experience. A feeling you've had before. A moment where you felt hurt, ignored, disrespected, or unsafe. Your body doesn't separate the past from the present. It just reacts. So when you bring awareness to it, you start to break that connection. And over time, the reaction loses its intensity. This is how you rewire your patterns. Not by forcing yourself to be different overnight, but by creating small moments of awareness. Again and again. Pause. Notice. Choose. Pause. Notice. Choose. That's how the cycle starts to break. And the more you do this, the more control you feel. Not control over your emotions, but control over how you respond to them. And that changes everything. Because you stop being controlled by your triggers. And you start becoming someone who responds with intention. Someone who feels grounded, even in difficult moments. Someone who doesn't need to react to feel in control. And if you've been stuck in this cycle for a while, I want you to hear this clearly. There's nothing wrong with you. Your reactions made sense at some point. They protected you. They helped you cope. They got you through something. But you're allowed to grow past them. You're allowed to respond differently now. and you're allowed to create a new pattern. If you're ready to actually break this cycle for good, and not just understand it, but change it, go to the link in my bio and get The Art of Becoming Aligned, the manifestation guide and planner. It's designed to help you understand your patterns, regulate your emotions, and step into a more aligned version of yourself. And if this helped you even a little, make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you want more content like this.